Questions now over to self-managing landlords. I keep saying to you that legislation is ever loading, and it is. Put your hands up for me again, those that are self-managing landlords, please. Okay. How many of you are registered with the ICO, the Information Commissioner's Office? For the factory? Not for being a landlord? Okay. Under GDPR, we as a letting agent are a data controller because we hold people's data. And as a self-managing landlord, you are a data controller because you hold tenants' data. You legally have to be registered now with the ICO if you're renting properties yourself and not using an agent. If you're using an agent, please make sure they are registered with the ICO, because if they are not registered with the ICO, then you in turn are not covered either. Yes, sir?
I get an agent to find me the tenants, and then I manage the property.
You need to be registered with the ICO. You also potentially, here's another one, you will also very soon potentially need to become a member of a redress scheme. Let me just tell you as well, there's a fee for registering with the ICO. There will also be a fee for registering with the redress scheme. So they just want some more money from you. Yeah, you will also, letting agents have to be a member of a redress scheme. A redress scheme is where the consumer can go to complain to have an independent review of the complaint that they've made to see whether or not as a consumer they've been treated fairly. If they haven't, redress schemes can award compensation. Does anybody know how much the maximum compensation the property ombudsman can award? £25,000. You as landlords will soon need to become part of a redress scheme. You therefore may be liable for penalties without the need to go to court of up to £25,000 for failure to comply. Do you know what the property ombudsman 9 times out of 10 fall favour to a complainant for? Lack of communication and lack of evidence. You don't actually have had to have done anything wrong. If you just haven't communicated with them very well, they'll slap you with a fine. So I didn't respond. So one of them, we got a £50 fine. Okay, it's 50 quid, but it still upset me. Because we'd got an email from a tenant with 12 points of maintenance on, and we missed responding to point 4. We dealt with all of the others, all of the other 11 were dealt with, but we missed point 4. So there you go, you have a £50 fine. You guys are going to have to be members of this scheme first, soon. You also need to be a member of a deposit scheme and understand the regulations. So bear in mind what I've taught you today with the 5-week rule, the re-registration and everything else. And you have to have the ability to record detailed information in relation to maintenance. This has been important since the Deregulation Act, but it's now more important from March the 20th in relation to the home's fitness for habitation, because you have to be able to prove at what point the tenant reported it to you, at what point you responded, and at what point you got the matter resolved. Okay? You need to be able to provide that if needed. And in a nutshell, you need to understand the 170 pieces of legislation that you are leaving yourselves open to if choosing to manage a property yourself. I take my hats off and have all respects to every landlord that are managing the properties themselves that are sat in this room, because you've given up your Wednesday evening to come and learn how to be good landlords. There's a lot of landlords out there that don't use agents solely for the purpose of making more money. And that's what we're trying to get, well, that's what the government is trying to get rid of.